You know, there's one mistake that almost the entire world lives inside of. People believe that joy comes after something, after success, after money, after relationships, after achievement, after the perfect moment. And life slowly turns into waiting. Once this happens, once I succeed, once I earn enough, once someone loves me, once everything finally works out, then I'll finally feel joy. But the problem is that then almost never truly arrives, because the moment a person achieves one thing, another thing immediately appears, and joy gets postponed again. For later, and years pass like this. A person is constantly moving somewhere, but almost never actually living. Be honest. Have you noticed that sometimes you achieve something you once dreamed about, and you think you should finally feel happy? But inside, either nothing happens, or the joy lasts only briefly, a few hours, a few days, and then the mind returns to its familiar state, and the person starts chasing the next thing again. This is where the important part begins, because most people confuse cause and effect. They think first the result, then the joy. But in reality, it works the other way around. Your state creates your reality, not the opposite. And that's why two people can live in similar conditions, yet one of them feels alive, while the other doesn't, because joy is not an event, it's a way of experiencing life. Now let's go deeper. Why did people become so dependent on results for joy? First, because since childhood we were taught, first earn it. First, be useful, productive, successful, acceptable. And only then, you deserve joy. So people slowly learn that joy is a reward instead of a natural state. Second, people live in constant absence from the present moment. Their minds are always in the future. What's next? What else do I need? What am I missing? And because of that, even good moments are never fully lived. The person is already mentally rushing forward. Third, many people forgot how to feel small joy. They think joy must be huge, exciting, loud, perfect. But real joy is usually quiet. It lives in moments, in sensations, in states of being, in the way you experience an ordinary day. Now, the most important thing, I want you to understand something deeply. If you cannot feel joy now, no external result will completely fix that, because the mind will always find something else that's missing, and the person keeps living in waiting mode. But life spent waiting is life missed. Now let's make this practical. How do you begin returning to joy as a state? First, stop postponing life right now. Not later. Ask yourself, what in my life can already be lived today? Not perfectly, but genuinely thanks. Start noticing small moments. This is incredibly important, because joy does not return through giant achievements. It returns through your ability to feel ordinary life. The taste of food, warmth, music, air, conversation, silence, light your own body. Third, stop making joy dependent on outcomes. This is a deep practice. Try sometimes to do something not for achievement, but for the experience itself. Drink coffee without scrolling your phone. Actually taste it. Go for a walk, not to be productive, but simply to experience the moment. At first, this will feel strange, because the mind is used to turning everything into a task, but this is where returning to life begins. Fourth, notice the moment, when your mind says again, it's not time to relax yet, and gently bring yourself back to the present, because life only happens here, not later. Fifth, understand something very important. Joy does not make you weak, it does not make you lazy, and it does not block success. Actually, people who know how to feel joy move through life much more steadily because their entire existence stops being only struggle. Now let's go even deeper. Many people are not truly living. They are constantly preparing to live. And honestly, that is one of the saddest things, Because one day, you may realize your whole life was spent waiting for the moment when you could finally relax. But that moment never came, because waiting itself became your lifestyle. And now the most important part. Joy is not the final destination, not a reward, not a bonus, not luck. It is a fundamental state of a living human being. And when you stop making it dependent on external things, life begins to feel completely different. More warmth, more presence, more reality. And the most surprising thing, when a person begins living from joy, results also start changing. Because the inner state changes, and that changes everything. If something inside you feels a little warmer right now, write in the comments, "I allow myself joy now." That matters. You are anchoring a new state, and make sure to subscribe. Because we're going much deeper from here, not only into mindset, but into the real experience of being alive. And yes, watch this video again, not as motivation, but as a reminder that life does not begin later. It is already happening right now. And remember, joy is not the result. It is a way of being alive. And once you understand that, life starts feeling completely different, because anything is possible.